Namaste to all you cosmic souls. My name is Ruchita Shankar and I am here to have a conversation with you about fear. What is fear to you? Is it something that scares you? Is it something that makes you feel incapable of doing something? Is it something that stops you from making a decision? What is fear to you? And what do you fear? I remember as a child, I am still a child, but whether I was 10 or I was 16 or I was 21, I always said I'm not scared of anything because I chose love. And everything I did, there were some fears, internal fears that I didn't know about, that I'm more aware of now, but I was not scared of anything. Like, okay, come at me, universe. But now that as adults, when you think about something, the fear tends to overtake the love. What if this has happened before? What if it happens again? And you go into that spiral loop of thinking. Some people call it overthinking because it is overthinking, right? And when you go into that spiral loop of overthinking, what happens? You get stuck in it. You may tell yourself, okay, stop. You come back again after a while or maybe tomorrow. But it goes into this endless loop. It's like, the telescope and you're looking at the moon. Imagine you're going all the way through the entire telescope and you're looking at the moon so close, but in reality, it's so far. And imagine you're thinking all the way from this little lens going all the way up to the moon. Imagine the amount of fears that completely envelop your mind. Your whole mind is filled with fears then. So how do you bring it back to earth? How can I just stop thinking? Yeah, I can stop thinking, but that's not going to make my fear go away. I can accept my fear, yes I do. I acknowledge my fear, yes I do. But what are you doing about that fear? Yes, you can face that fear, but how are you facing that fear? These are questions you need to ask yourself, because if your fear is getting in the way of you taking a step towards something, towards someone, towards a situation, towards your career, towards anything in life for that matter, then do you see that you're getting in your own way? And you are the big wall or the big block of brick that is coming in the way of you moving through. And you're constantly hitting that wall, that constant hit that you feel like, okay, I have to stop now and I have to come back. What is that stopping you? Yourself and your fears. So only if you start to acknowledge them and slowly move past them, understand them, give your fears love. Say, I understand you're there and I understand that you are a very, very strong fear of mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you love. See if you can replace it with love. Of course, keep yourself protected because of all those fears that are in your mind, and you have to do something about it. And they're probably there for a reason too. Probably teaching you some kind of lesson. Ask yourself that as well. What has this fear taught me? Has it taught me anything? Or have I just been scared? Where did this fear come from? Why do I have this fear in the first place? Why am I scared to leave my job and start something that I absolutely love to do? Or why am I scared to just love, for that matter? Why? Because of certain things that have either put ideas in your mind's eye or in human reality, the experiences that you've had that have confused you to a level of, now I'm scared and now I don't want to face my fear, because there's a high possibility of it happening again. I used to say, I still do to an extent, okay, yes, there is that possibility. Yes. But why not believe that the best possible solution for you is going to happen for you. Just keep believing in that, keep trusting in that, and keep giving that thought more and more and more love from your heart space. Easier said than done. I know, I get it, I understand, been there. A lot of people have been there too, and it's a very, very difficult task to, or maybe not such an easy task. Just reframing my words. Not such an easy task to play with the mind and, make it understand that, maybe look at the bigger picture, get used to uncertainty. In a sense that, of course, if you have like this 5-year plan for your business, keep that 5-year plan. If you have to deviate in between, you can do that. It's important. But sometimes trusting in the uncertainty of the world, of every situation, there are going to be fears. It's going to be there. You just have to embrace the fear and say, I love you. Give it the love. Take it one step at a time. Don't force yourself. It's okay if you're scared. It's okay if you have that fear. Sit back. Sit with it. Breathe with it. And say, okay, I'll deal with you tomorrow. Or I'll deal with you another time when I really feel more stronger and ready to face this kind of fear. But face it. And if you're ready to face it, if not today, someday. That's all you need to know. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. Namaste.